Here we are in round 4. Now, if you've been following this tournament, you know that I had a decent round 1. I bombed my round 2, but had a good round 3. So I find myself within reach of making it to the elimination rounds. But I have to win this set. I'm sitting on 5 points, and it looks like 8 points is going to be enough to break. However, 7 points might get through. So I have to win this set just like I had to win last week's set. For those of you unfamiliar with the format, we pick 3 combinations through a snake draft, and then we take a turn each playing each combination. So 3 different games, 1 point for each game, 1 point for taking the set. You either take the set by winning 2 or more games, or by winning 1 game, when the other players each win 1 game, and by having the most points in the games that you lose. So I have to win the set here. Those are the stakes. To move on, I really need to win 2 games. Both of these players need the same thing as I do. So hopefully the draft will result in pretty balanced combinations, and I'll have a legitimate chance to win all 3 games. That's what we're looking at. Please enjoy. Echo picks Crimea. I'm going to go with Polania. Kaz goes for Rusviet Patriotic. Let's do it. Innovative. I think the right call is industrial or mechanical. Probably industrial. It's faster. Industrial is, I think, good. That's a good pick. Okay, I got Foundations of the Empire, so hopefully nobody resets this time. All right, same opening as before. Just reset. So no reset after Rusviet. No reset by Rusviet this time. This is Crimea's turn too. No reset from Crimea. We're playing this, and I've got Foundations. That's wonderful. Second produce out of Rusviet, no surprise there. We're going to see a second produce out of Crimea to go to 4 food, and then a trade for 2 metal to set up the first mech. Here we go. Okay. And take a worker and any 2 resources. I think I'm going to do that. And take the recruit. So what 2 resources am I going to take? If I take 2 oil, I can trade for an oil and a metal. That's not really an option. 2 food and 1 popularity gets me an enlist. I grab a food and a metal. If I take 2 metal, two metal speeds it up. And let's take the coin enlist and popularity for future encounters. Not sure if that was the absolute best way to do that, but it'll play. So let's see here. It's still round 3. In round 4, reduce into a mech. In round 5, I trade for 2 metal. Russ using my upgrade opening apparently. In round 6, I produce a second mech. Round 7, I make it to the. Oh, Crimea gonna go with a building. I wonder if they messed up that sequence. Huh. It looks like they did, but they may have another plan. All right. Merge speed doesn't really matter here. Let's go ahead and get foundations out of the way. We're going to see this worker move down here and the character come out for an upgrade. It's round 4, and I have 2 bottom row actions. For 4 turns. Fortunately, I always like to get oil off that encounter. Oil and metal is pretty awesome. Oil and a mech. It'd be nice to trade for a metal and food, but then I can't get my second mech, so I have to trade for 2 metal. I'll be 1 food short when I move to the factory. See what Crimea does. A little perplexed. Maybe moves a worker up here and the character out. Oh, he's got other plans. Maybe going to build a mill up here or right here. Yeah, we do see the mill. Cremia's coming out of the base slowly so far. Here's our first coin off the deploy list. Probably a speed mech to get that character to the encounter. Distribute the workers. Question is, how am I going to get my mechs? Could move 6 workers up to this mountain. Let's think about that. Move 6 workers up to the mountain. Crimea moves. I produce. Get another mech up there. Crimea deploys. Move to the water. Russ is going township. Still going to get to the factory first, thank goodness. Gee whiz. Let's make sure I do this right. This is move. Crimea can't get out. They produce. Drop the mech. No, Crimea can take my metal. Too much trouble. They won't have combat cards though. Unless they take a turn out to enlist. Bring some workers to the factory. Oh, Crimea gets a mine. That changes things. You can't go to this mountain. Good. Give me a good factory card. This one. Enlist factory card it is. Yeah, no question. It's going to be expensive, but I'm going to take it. Rusty's going to come fight me on the factory, I guess. Give me an opportunity to cycle a card. What do you think he plays, guys? Got 4 cards. I say he plays a decent one. And he does. And I get another 2. That's unfortunate. I think instead of bringing the character out to an encounter, I'm going to take these workers up to this metal. Checking on the score. Doing all right so far. Doing thrust field on the factory. Pretty much bottom row actions from here on out, guys. And we definitely want combat cards here. For me, is going to start enlisting. Rusviet might eventually. So I think it's 2 combat cards because we need some better ones. No such luck. Mia has Scout. No combat cards, but Scout is pretty scary in this situation when they have more power than I do. Still get the power bonus off that, so the next enlist I take with the factory card. CrossFit is low power, which is good for me. It's not going to stay low power. I think the next mech is going to be Riverwalk, and it's going to go right here. It's also going to put me at 3 food, which means I can do a regular move into an enlist, which saves me 2 coin. Costs me power, though. There's a 4 combat card. That's going to be helpful. Okay, don't need to produce again. Let's go Riverwalk. Think might be time to take the factory. People's Army. CrossFit bolstered for a card. Set of power, so the max they can play is 6. So if we get a combat star and another enlist, means we just need the enlist star, combat star, and mech star. Any chance Rusvia doesn't have a 5? He's already played 1. I can't risk it. I think I have to throw 7. I'll pick up 2 power after the combat. No, I'll throw 2 3s. Most he can throw is 6. Bring some workers. Force Crimea to choose between the factory. I'm losing, but my bottom row action count is really good. Got 2 enlists, 3 max. It's 5 in 10 turns. Would have been much harder if he bolstered for power instead of a card. Cycles a card. And Crimea is building, but almost done building. Russie's going to do upgrades. So I'm going to take power. Good turn points-wise. In the lead, turn 10. I need a factory card used to get the enlist factory card. Or the enlist star. I need a deploy to get the mech combat, so could theoretically end in 2 turns. How am I going to do it? Rusvia has People's Army, so they can play 2 cards. Crimea moved last turn, didn't they? I think I can end this turn 12 if Crimea doesn't deploy a mech right there. See, where does the mech go? Attack the farm. Come on, farm. Anywhere but the mountain. Let's make sure I do this right. The most Crimea could play is 7, stealing my 5. I can play 4 plus 4 is 8 in that scenario. What's the score look like? Crimea ahead, but it's close. They're out of popularity and they have 1 produce yet to do. He did take my 5. But I've still got the 4. Planned for that. Plays my 5 right back at me. No one can take that metal. I'm up by, looks like 12. One Rustviet to take the factory here. Next turn, what am I going to get? I'm going to play 3 metal, which in tier 1 means I lose 1 point, I gain 2. That's a net gain of 1 plus the star is 4. So that's 45. That's a 16 coin advantage. I kind of want Rustviet to take the factory so Crimea can't. Crimea takes the factory here. That's a 12 swing. Plus 3 is 15. I don't think I win the tiebreaker against Crimea because see what the points look like after this. Gonna have 4 mechs and 8 workers. Crimea has 8 workers, 3 mechs and 3 buildings. So Crimea wins the tiebreaker if it comes down to a tie. They don't have an upgraded move. See if they dare to not bring 2 units. Try to get a combat card and win one of these. Crimea gonna pick up 2 stars. Crimea might end this the next turn. I may be in some trouble. They have an objective. Thank goodness they can't produce. They still need 2 enlists. Down 13. Can end, but I can't win if I do. Gotta move, right? Close am I now? 5. Need Russ to take the factory. Russ isn't going to take the factory. Funnels me a power. For me, it doesn't get one. Which means I can play 4. Passes me another combat card. Gives one to Crimea too. Do they get 2 coins off this? I think I win. We figured out 5 points earlier, right? Up by 3. So I lose 1, I gain 2. That's a net gain of 1. Plus 3 for the star. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1 for the resources. And Crimea doesn't get 1 off the deploy because it's the last BRA star. Yes! Game 1's in the bag, y'all. Game 1's in the bag. Population advantage is good, though. If I can win this game, I get to my 8 points. I probably advance into the elimination rounds. I came up with this opening for Polani and Innovative. Everybody uses it now. Got a 5 combat card. It's pretty good. Kaz can't reset, so Mia takes its turn here. See if Polania trades. or resets. There's the trade. No reset. So let's think this through. Trade for 2 oil. Okay. Lonnie moves to the encounter, gets there in turn 8. Everything goes well. Here in turn 9. So I've taken 3 turns. No, I've taken 2 turns. Turn 3 is trade for 2 oil. Ooh. It's a really good encounter for Polania, innovative. If it were me, I think I'd take the upgrade and the 4 oil. The upgrade on the mech. Produce. Trade for 2 metal. Grade the enlist. Produce, go to the factory in turn 7, I think. So he's on my mountain in turn 8. So let's see here. I need to know if I can still do this opening that I want to do. So I can produce turn 9 when I get the mech on my mountain. So that means I have to forego the encounter, at least temporarily, and guard this mountain with my character. Echo Staffel lost on Crimean Industrial, which means he probably won't be able to win 2 games, right? So I'd rather Polania win this than Crimea, because Crimea still gets a chance to play on Polania. Polania has to play on Rusviet. I'd rather Polania win than Crimea. Move and there's a speed mech for Crimea. Going to see another trade for metal and an upgrade to the enlist. So Polania is going to get to the factory in turn 7 and have an enlist, which is almost exactly how it went for me. I got to 8 workers quicker though, because I got the worker off the encounter. Hopefully no enlist factory card for Polania this time. Yeah, Crimea makes the right decision to put the workers here and then move the mech over to there so they can protect that space from a Polania that's going to hit the factory pretty soon. Oh, thank Goodness, Polania didn't get that one. For me, I can't take option number 3. Option number 2 is still good. What do you take here if you're Crimea? Wood. Build a mine. Or an armory. What's the building bonus next to lakes? Mine it is. Lonnie's going to produce, get another mech, go to 4 workers. Ready to enlist. Some more power. Riverwalk on here. Got 4 power and a 5 card. Should be able to rebuff Polania. If they get an enlist card, they can take 2 power off the enlist. Maybe 3 if they have the card I had last game. Scout and speed. Thank goodness they didn't go with Riverwalk. Means they aren't gunning for me. On Polania, I probably move 1 mech up here so I can threaten this space and potentially get a combat off of me. They could also elect to move it here, or to threaten this area, or here, threaten over here. Could always move them here as well, but they're for me it was scout. Oh, that's a huge risk. Kind of wish Polania hadn't done that. Maybe their combat cards are good. Crimea can take one of them. See what they get. Okay, no enlist factory card. That's good for me. Bad for Polania. They get an enlist here so they can take power if they're so inclined, but my guess is it's going to be popularity for the factory card. We'll see. They do take popularity. It makes me safe, but them less safe from Crimea. No encounter for me. Got to protect the mountain. Lonnie can get tricky here and attack this space if they're so inclined. Probably won't. Can't win the fight. They could drop Riverwalk with their factory card and move. Melania can't attack me back to back. Hopefully they put it here. Melania at 6 workers now. I mean, 3 combat cards don't do you a lot of good when I have Scout on the board. Coming up next. I need to catch as many mechs as I can. There are already a lot of them out for turn 8. I need to take popularity next time, so what do I want? Power or combat cards? I'm about to get some power. Let's take the combat cards. Get a 4 and a 2. Combat cards are good. Does Crimea move out of the base now? I think they probably do. We can win this game if Crimea and Polania deny each other the victory for long enough. How's the coin coming along? Crimea's in the lead. Polania with Riverwalk on the board can threaten this space with a factory card. From here or here. Can't hit it with a regular move, so can't attack me back to back, which means I can afford to spend if I get attacked. Polania is spreading out a little bit. Popularity for an upgrade. They can take 2 food, means another enlist. And this time they'll take power. I don't know what the objective was. I got a bolster. I think it's got to be speed. Township doesn't do me any good. Could be People's Army, I guess. Okay, Lonnie can factory card me. 5. And all but one of their power. People's Army is the defensive play here. But it keeps me from moving for a while. If I do get sent home, I can just move right back out and fight. So speed on the farm or the mountain. Doesn't have camaraderie. He has a popularity factory card. I don't think he really wants to attack me either place. Crimea playing to deny Polania combat so far, which is good news for me. Polania with a lot of spread and only a 9-point lead here. 5 over Crimea. Polania innovative with 5 power is actually a pretty good amount. Did they get some off that last encounter? Yeah, they did. They got 2 combat cards and 2 power. Go to 5 and 5. That's incredibly valuable for them. I'll go to 6 power. No, I have to take popularity, so I'm going to drop back down to 4 power. Means Polania can reasonably threaten me. Try to pick up a combat on this spot with their character. Definitely worth doing. How far away is Polania? 2 bottom row actions, 3 bottom row actions, and 2 combat. No food on the ground, except 1. So enough for 1 more enlist in turn 12. Mia hiding from Polania with that food. But Polania with a regular move action, of course, they don't have a regular move action this turn, can bump the worker here and take the second mech in 1v1. It's dangerous against Scout for sure. Neighbor Lakes is the build bonus. Probably going to put a building here. With the armory, yeah. Now does Polania attack here? Question, I think. I have to take popularity off this next produce. No, they're going to produce 3, 4, and 8 workers. So that's all their mechs, all their workers. They have enough food for enlists. So they can move in turn 11 and turn 13 to try to end. Polani attacks me here. I just have to throw 9. And hope they don't have a 5. 7 cards, the chances of a 5 are pretty good. So Polania moves here in 11. I deploy Township. They do something else. Take the factory. Graded move action 2v1 over here on Crimea. That was a mistake by Crimea. Can't end until 13. Swinging the factory be enough to stall it? It might not. Doesn't look like it will. Crimea has a regular move action coming up. They have to help me stall Polania. Polania still has to get another combat. With Crimea having only 1 unit here, it might not be difficult. Crimea spends too, and Polania just drops cards. I think Polania may have just won the game there. 48. Crimea has not played well this game. I may have picked too strong a combination with Polani Innovative. It's a hard combination to play well. But being played well right now by Echo for sure. Okay, no mechs on lakes, which means no triple attack right here. No triple attack right here, so I don't think it matters too much. Okay, so 29, 39, 42, still going to be short. And Polani is even swinging the factory. I should have put the mech up there so I could pick up 2 villages on my way to the factory. Polani just has to spread here, basically. Yeah, not putting the mech here was a mistake because I lost the territory and the village nonetheless, which could have helped set me up for my objective. Every point matters right now. Is Polani going to attack me? Actually really like this. I think this is a bluff. Oh, played that perfectly. That was risky. $31 to $53. It's 22. Okay, what can he attack the factory with? If I take the factory, only 1 unit. And I can put 2 units on there. What can he attack Crimea with? He can't reach Crimea. And just use the factory. Every territory counts right now. I got to take a little risk. Play a maximum 7. Does Polania try to call a bluff here? Thinking about it. They do. They do their best to call a bluff. And it was the wrong decision. What do I want here? Already got 2 combats. Enlist factory card would have been amazing. But no such luck. I'm not going to get the power star. Upgrades do very little for me. This is a coin. The powers doesn't do a lot. The combat cards are nice. Let's take this, I think. Three points. Lonnie with no easy way to get a combat. Move available, but I don't think they can reach anybody. Except for me. I can play 2 cards to their 1. I have 3 cards now as well. I'd feel a little bit safer if there was a mech there. I'm not going to take this worker, I don't think. They should. Then when I produce, they're going to take an encounter. 3 popularity, 4 popularity if they want it. But no combat. Big news though is they paid $2 for that popularity. I'm only down by 5. 4 cards now. And they're not on a tunnel, so they can't take this. They should have set them. They could have set themselves on a tunnel. I didn't even think about that, but they didn't. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. Popularity doesn't do anything for me. A little power would help. Lonnie is at 5. Do I need to take the power? Wins don't do me any good. I gotta deny the combat and take the power. Down by 8. It's still doable if Crimea doesn't screw up. Lonnie's going to take a turn in round 14. Then they'll have their triple move again. They can hit Crimea with 2 units. They could have set themselves up a little bit better for a combat than they did. V2v2. Hopefully Crimea has good combat cards. This game goes long enough I can win it. I need 3 more turns. It's gonna be hard to get them. Polani can 2v1 me right there. So People's Army has to come out. Will give me a star, 4 coins. I only spend 1. Should put me at 52. Won't be enough if Polania can end. Me at 35, probably out of time and out of range at this point. No, Crimea, don't do it. You got to bring another mech there. I guess Polania can only 1v1 you, so if you have a 5, you're safe for 1 turn. I'm gonna spread out. Bring the mech here, please. Thank you. Crimea making a play. Polania gets to tier 2. This is probably over. I mean, that would put them at 16, 17, 18, 19, 71. I can't get to there. I already can play 4 combat cards once People's Army is deployed here. Oh, don't give them 2 popularity. Okay, just 1 pop. Can't suicide Polonia, I don't think. Can attack with 3 right here, which means I have to deploy People's Army. Still have 0 popularity and I have good cards. Do I bolster or do I save the coin? I bolster. I think Polania can end. In 3v1 Crimea. See how good their cards are, I guess. They're up by 4, and they'd pick up 1 star. That would put them up by 7. I don't think they're going to do it. They're going to take the encounter instead. Put a 7 pop. Mm. Spread and popularity. Are they on that upgrade star? They need 3 of them. They won't spend the pop to get it though. Can I drop Polania down far enough? It's 23 points. Take away 1 Polania territory here. Polania only has their single move right now. I'm going to feed them another pop, but it doesn't really matter. We're not getting to 13 this game. And I'm not getting to 7. 79, this 33-point swing is what I need. Take away 2 territories for them. That's 6. Gain 3 territories for me. That's 6. That's 12. So I pick up a star, that's 15. It's not enough. And they have camaraderie. The workers don't do anything to protect spaces. I need tundras. I need 3 tundras or another village. And there's another upgrade. Too many points from Polania right now. Their triple move is off cooldown and they're on lakes, so this spot is vulnerable. But I can play 2 5s and a bunch of power, so I think as long as I keep 2 units per, I'll be alright. I can't leave anything alone on the factory. Gotta move. Rest of the game. One. Tundra here. 2. Let's get him out so he can do some work, I think. Oh, he's gonna stay. Um, and I pick up a territory without exposing myself? I think the answer is no. I can just move this way, this guy next turn, and pick up that territory anyway, so. "13 away." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I get one more turn. I think I can win this. Me, I can't move. Melania can, but they're kind of at max spread right now. I can rebut combat from them because the most they can play is 16, and I can play 17. Hopefully Crimea has good combat cards. They're successfully denying Polania combats for me so far. All right, Polania, what are you going to do? I don't know what the encounter does for you here. 10 popularity. Maybe you were hoping for... You can't get 5 popularity off just an encounter. Do I have this game in the bag? I really beaten Crimea Industrial and Polania Innovative with Rusviet Patriotic. Shaking, guys and gals. Check the score. 13 is what I need. Pick up 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I can do 3 villages now that that guy's gone because I need to knock as many Polania workers as possible. So I move this worker here and the mech here. Well, it doesn't matter. The mech goes here. I pick up 2. This mech drops a worker here. That's for... Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for taking away. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. Village number 3. Polania worker. I've got this, y'all. I win. Rusviet Patriotic for the win. Huge underdog in this game. Oh my gosh. That's it. 8 points right there. I am probably advancing and I have a chance to pick up 1 more. Northern Advantage is a great objective. Objectives have been kind this round. foundations, 3 villages, and now 3 tundras for Crimea. That's great. No more resets. Oh, nerve-wracking set, but pretty much done what I need to do to advance. You'd think I could relax a little bit in this game, but I'm probably not going to be able to. Hmm. There's a metal. Same opening. Next turn I trade for metal, get my enlist, set myself up for reduce into a deploy. Not mess with these buildings. This is a great encounter. You take the upgrade. Oh my gosh. You take the upgrade on your move enlist, set this up, take this other upgrade on metal, gives you enough food between that one and the ones you produce. I mean, it doesn't matter. You put one upgrade on deploy and one upgrade on enlist, and you're set. Did that one on deploy, you'll trade for 2 metal. Put it on enlist. Still can't believe I won with Rusty at Patriotic in this setup. They were saying in chat last game Polania could have double suicided Crimea 2 turns in a row. They had the turns and ended the game when they were ahead. Instead, they ran around to encounters. Apparently, Echo was afraid that Crimea would throw 0 and he'd lose tier 2. Of course, he had camaraderie, so that wasn't an issue. Polania about to get an upgrade. Their enlist, get enough metal for their next mech. Use an upgrade off this encounter. Denying Polania combats is the name of the game. In that first game, when he deployed to this farm instead of double protecting the mountain, that's what gave me my opening. And then, of course, him not taking the coin enlist bonus on his last turn was huge for me. Rusty going to take the first combat card, the first factory card away from Polania. Could use some wood off this encounter. Take oil, take an upgrade. Didn't really want food. Nothing here that useful. Guess I'll just speed my game up a little bit. $3 is going to pay me back in pretty quickly with mechs. don't need the popularity. I'm going to take the power. I'll take the coin, but I'm about to get another coin off Polania. Okay, Rustfiat beats Polania to the factory. Not sitting on enough power to deny them unless they bring both units. But I'm pretty sure that they're taking this down to the oil. Oh no, going all out for metal. Oh wow, Dream Factory card there, stolen by Russ. Ooh. Have all the food I need now. And let's put Riverwalk right here. Probably losing. No, right in the middle of the pack. Rustfiat kind of with an artificial lead sitting on the factory there. Not going to have it for long. No choice, right? Polania. Thankfully with this enlist, they're going to give me another combat card. It's the build bonus. Lonnie spent all 3 cards. Which is not terrible, I guess. They're about to get their first enlist and get 2 more. First combat 2. This takes the factory card away from them and they get a terrible factory. This game may go long enough for me to have an effect, make an impact on it, and have a chance. Machine over muscle. Nice, Polania. Polania at 2 stars in turn 7. First combat and objective. Gotta be careful of Polania stealing this food. All right. Some wood. Go to 3 combat cards. Popularity. No, I can get a popularity bonus. I don't know if I'm gonna build. Yeah, let's take popularity. Lonnie can't use the top row action of their factory card yet. They can't 1v1 me. Start setting up. A little bit for northern advantage here. Pick up 1 Tundra. Five cards. That's great. Go to 4 popularity. Should have left an extra worker here. One produce. Lonnie getting out of Dodge. Gonna let me go to the factory. Right there on score. Food. It's another enlist for them. They could have 3v1 me over here if they'd wanted. Think. Taking the food from me. They wanted the encounter instead. Rusty's got speed, so they can come back to the factory anytime they want. I'm up to 3 cards now. Build bonus neighboring to encounters, so I got 2 of those. See if Rusty goes back to the factory. No. Gonna give Polani another combat. They got 2 metal off that encounter. They take this combat here. 1v1. They'd lose it, but it's probably still going to be there because Rusviet needs 3 to spend. This game may not go my way. Got to protect these resources. Build a mine on the factory. What are you doing? Did they have something besides food on this spot? They using the factory card? Yes, they are. Hmm. That's a good move. Don't have Wayfair. So I can't move these workers out. Lonnie is at 0 pop now. And 4 power. Got to think about what to do here. I guess I should have put a mech here, but then he could have fought it. If I just enlist. Set myself up for an upgrade if no one steals the oil. Upgraded move would be really nice here. I mean, Melania can double tack right here, right? And I can scout them, but they can still win the combat. I don't have the points though right now. I have a triple move. And take that. They're so inclined. So the worker star is one turn. What does the rest of you have now? Township. Take this. And it's this. Longer game is going to help Rusviet. Right now I'm winning. The harder time Polania has getting a combat, the better. You can still get it right here, I think. So if they get a enlist in round 12, they can get another one in 13. It would be they could sandwich a mech in between, possibly. 12, 13, 14, 14 rounds. Best case scenario for them, I think. Russ needs People's Army. Attack me. And probably an upgrade. I think I can hold the factory. Put a mine on it for some movement. Can I win this? Prevent a straight bluff here. Oh man, they got it, and I spent 2. They're ahead. Just need a mech. Funny, you can't 1v1 me and take the factory this turn. So I got to spread. Rusty, it could take the factory, so. Coins could come in handy. But I think I need the power. And I can use it kind of infinitely because it gives me back a card every time I spend a card for this resource. Would have liked to see a popularity factory card there, but no dice. I'm adjacent to 2 encounters. I go to 4. That's 2 more points. I think the mine is worth more than the 2 coins. Up by 11. These are the resources they needed. Use that factory card for the last mech. Rusty could 2v2 me on the factory and probably win. And just do 12. They could pretty easily do more than that. They just have to do 13. Feel like they could win it. And that's what they're going to do. I'm glad I built this mine here because that's going to enable me to get back to it. No People's Army. Not yet. Can I move this next turn? No, I can't. Then only play 2 cards. I can bolster off my factory card. Oh, see, it spends a lot right there. If I take that metal, I don't need to produce again. Let's pick up another Tundra. Pick up this one instead. Rest of it goes to 0. What's the score look like now? Your combat cards. Comfortable lead. Not too worried Polania is going to end it right now. They've got their 2 combats. They can end in 2 turns, 14-15. Can they take the factory from me? I don't think they can. They can't 1v1 and they don't have mechs on lakes. They can only hit me with 1 unit. Russ can't counterattack me on the factory. This is a regular move action out of Polania. Gonna get their last enlist right here. And they can take a mech. They can't win though. They can't take the mech. They just dismiss the encounter. They used their triple move. So I can pick up my objective and a combat by river walking here. Polania with the factory card can only hit me with 1 unit. Rusviet doesn't have enough combat cards to do anything about it. I think the factory's safe. The factory card right there. Okay, so let's get this down. Polania can drop a mech, but they can't win the game doing that. Right, they're down by 10. I could drop a mech here. There's an easy combat over here that I can take, and then drop the mech after. And I'll hold on to my objective. I think I'll double check the math, but I think that's right. Still sitting on more power than Polania and more points. Is this going to be my first ever sweep in a tournament? It's possible. Oh, hit a 5 and I didn't steal it. 50% chance. Okay, Rusviet can move. and they can bump stuff. They only have one combat card. They can't retake the factory. Alania can't triple move. They can't retake the factory. I don't think anyone can stop me. Gonna go ahead and turn it in. Alania can just bump one, and Rustfiat can just bump one. So they could delay. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it in. Don't think anyone can do anything about this. It's a 22-point lead. Sorry for bouncing over here. I'm nervous. Rustfiat, what can they do? Alania goes to 7 popularity. Not enough. 9. Can Rustfiat bump enough? Bump 1 here. 1 there. No, I don't think they can stop me. Rustfiat throwing cards on the factory changed this game. Gave me with Scout just military dominance. I'm gonna lose 1 point. Okay. There's 1 territory. 2 territories. I think that's it though. Still not enough to stall me. Because I'll lose. Use a card and a medal. I won't lose any points here because I've got an odd amount. This is a game. And that's game. Sweep, guys. Round 4 sweep. Wow. I needed 3 points to advance probably. I got 4. This seals it. Mathematically, I am advancing. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Having gone through the results, I don't think there is any scenario where there are more than 9 people who have 9 points, which is what I have right now. 7 of my 9 points have come in rounds 3 and 4. So I really picked it up. Playing my best side at the right time, I guess. Got a little lucky, but we'll take it. Thanks for watching and see you in the semifinals.